Hello, SpirLifters. Good day, and I hope you're all doing well. I have the pleasure today to interview a small business owner, entrepreneur here in Mexico City. This year here in Mexico has been 2020 deeply adversely affecting our economy with the coronavirus, and it's affected small business owners, entrepreneurs, people from all walks of life in how they earn a living. And I want to get a deep perspective with somebody here in Mexico City who has his own business and see how this situation has been affecting him, but also, from his perspective, what he can do to handle and weather the storm right now, and any tips he could give anyone out there to handle this situation now, become more resilient and more lasting for the future. So today, I have the pleasure of inviting Joaquín Pani. Joaquín, thank you very much for being on SpirLift.
It's my pleasure, Devin. Thank you for the invite.
No, thank you very much. Could you please, Joaquín, just give the viewers a bit of background about yourself, what you do, and we'll start with there. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's perfect. Well, I'm a Mexican lawyer with approximately 13 years of experience working in Tier 1 law firms here in Mexico City. I studied a master's in LLM in International Banking and Finance at UCL, University College London in the UK. And I'm specialized in startup law, venture capital, mergers and acquisitions, and lending specifically. Currently, I'm the founder and managing partner of Pani, which is a law firm, a boutique corporate and finance law firm, mainly focused on venture capital deals, which means raising capital for startups and also advising a huge variety of Mexicans and foreign startups who wants to do business and get funding here in Mexico. And that's the bottom line.
All right, excellent, Joaquín. Well, you have a very interesting background and experience, and how long have you had your business, and how long have you been an entrepreneur in general? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, well, we founded, myself along with another partner specialized in banking regulation, finance regulation. We founded the law firm 1 year ago, almost 11 months approximately. And we started from zero. We have good experience, of course, and we gained relevant knowledge within the Mexican legal market, and of course, regarding cross-border and domestic mergers and acquisition transactions, lending. In my case, I was in-house senior counsel of the Citigroup's office in Mexico, which is called Citibanamex. I was as well general counsel of an asset manager private equity, and basically that gave me enough confidence to open this venture with this friend of mine, who's my partner, and we have currently a team of we're 5 lawyers and 2 law clerks or paralegals. We're in total 7 people working here.
Okay, excellent. Look, Joaquín, I've had, fortunately been able to speak to people who are entrepreneurs, who have small businesses, and the stories that I've had through these interviews so far, and just talking to people on a regular basis day to day, I don't know, there's certain things that are really affecting people who are entrepreneurs, small business owners, and people business in general, that, this situation we're living in 2020 is just really having a toll on them, and my heart goes out to them. I'm so sorry that they're in this situation, and I'm just trying to do my best to see, tips on how people are being able to help other people who are small business owners and entrepreneurs. And I commend you all, for doing what you do. And it's extremely heavy what's going on right now. And all you that have small businesses and are entrepreneurs have great ideas, are visionary people, are hard workers, and I really want the best for all you guys, you know, and I think, you know, some of the insights that you can all provide for viewers who might be in a similar situation could be very valuable, you know. And I know not everything going through the situation is easier or, you know, or manageable. Probably a lot of it's difficult, you know, absolutely. So, you know, my question is to you, how are you doing right now with your situation, with your business, and what sort of things are you doing to try to, you know, just weather the situation? What are some, you know, things that are challenging for you, and what things are you trying to do to readapt your business right now?
Of course. Well, definitely this situation has generated a very complex environment, and definitely it has generated a negative impact in small businesses, but specifically in startups, entrepreneurs. We have seen from our clients' perspective that they're struggling with costs. Nowadays, they're trying to implement effective measures to optimize their costs, and in some cases reduce, their personal. So it's a very complex situation, which is eventually being linked with a chain of cash flow. I would say the main issue, economic issue for most people, is the cash flow nowadays. So the bottom line, what we are facing at law firm right now is some clients are optimizing costs. On the one hand, we have been asked or requested to implement specific measures as to early termination of contracts, of contractual relationships, which, as you may know and your viewers may know, most contracts under Mexican law and probably under other jurisdictions contain specific events of termination, such as acts of God or force majeure. That's how they are called, which mainly sets forth that in the event of in case of a force majeure event, one of the parties would be entitled to early terminate the contract without being liable. So that's the bottom line. It's, on the one hand, we are getting charged some of those tasks requested by clients, but on the other, we are struggling because lots of meetings have been canceled. Nowadays, what we're trying to do is implement effective measures within the law firm, to be very pragmatic with clients. We need to give them the best possible service, to show them and give them added value, real added value. We cannot, nowadays is the time when we need to work more and better, I would say, and I'm not only talking about lawyers and, all types of service providers and all types of business owners. Is the time to think and reflect on how to enhance our businesses. So how are we doing that specifically? Well, we're trying to think on the effects of this situation in our clients' contractual relationships or legal relationships. We're trying to propose specific formulas so they can optimize their costs in the best way possible within the applicable law, of course, within the applicable legal framework. And we're trying to provide valuable materials to them as to specific aspects in their professional, in their practical lives that help them to fight or to handle the situation in the best way possible. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We are being flexible with the personnel within the firm. We're giving them certain opportunities to bring proposals and give us certain proposals to the table, and that has worked pretty well for us so far.
Okay, really interesting. And I can imagine that the learning curve and having to be resilient and adapt to new methods and processes is quite challenging, you know? And, you know, I have a question, Joaquin. You as a small business owner and entrepreneur, you know, how are you as a leader managing and mitigating the stress of all this? And how, you know, what advice could you give to other entrepreneurs or leaders in a situation like yourself to best manage this situation to keep your levels of motivation going as a small business owner, entrepreneur, and also your team?
Of course. Well, as I said, this is a very stressing situation in general for everyone, and especially for business owners and entrepreneurs. But at the end of the day, we have to think long term, Devin. So this is gonna end, and this is gonna end well. We have a strong society, and putting aside the government, I think we're gonna swim out of this terrible storm. So what we're doing in general to motivate or keep the people motivated is to be calm, keep working, and focusing on providing to clients added value, to be very pragmatic when we provide specific counseling or when we solve the specific legal consultation, whether from a foreign investor or a Mexican investor or Mexican client. We try to be as clear as possible as to the effects of their business relationships, the legal effects of their business relationships, given this situation. We are taking courses online to get further specialized in several subjects focused on startup, labor law, you know, to understand, to better understand the current situation. We also have flexible, you know, schedules for our personnel. And besides that, is to be very communicative and be very clear in what our mission is. And our mission is to be as helpful as possible. Obviously, nowadays our clients are focusing on you know, hold on their businesses and, you know, optimizing their cost, restructurings, internal restructurings. A lot of people are gonna lose their jobs, unfortunately, you know, but we have to think of a company on a long-term basis, you know. We have to think on the jobs, on the personnel that is currently working in the companies. We have to be present for the client to give a very efficient client service. And what is client service? Mainly good and efficient quality in the work product, in the legal work products. Be very proactive, but not overwhelming. So because the clients, we need to be very empathic here. You know, our clients are under a huge amount of stress. So we need to be there, but don't be overwhelming. And when we have a communication with our clients, we try to give a true added value to them. So that's what we're trying to do ourselves. We're optimizing our costs as well. We're grateful that we haven't had a need to lay off anyone, but we have cash flow issues, of course, as everyone, but we're trying to minimize internal office costs, and we need to endure. And what I would recommend is what a great friend of mine told me the other day. A great advice he gave me, and it's printed in my mind. During the moments of crisis, is not the time to make radical decisions, but to think thoroughly and wisely on a good way to prevail, to improve, and to enhance your business. When everything calms and when the situation allows it, we will think of new ways to do things. But for the time being, we need to focus on our main target, optimizing our costs, or optimizing our business, be as efficient as possible, and give good added value to our clients,
Absolutely. And with that, Joaquin, I think it's a great piece of advice to leave people with this interview, and especially entrepreneurs, small business owners. That's a very important thing as well to take into consideration, also ingrain your mind to, really see the long-term vision, the long-term goal for your business, and don't let the crisis itself weigh you down and weigh over what you want in the long term for your situation. So I thank you so much for being on SpirLift today. And where can people find you, Joaquin, if you want to know more about you?
Well, through our webpage, they can contact us. Of course, is www.pani.abogados, P-A-N-I, abogados, abogados.com. And we will very glad to assist in any issue you may have, corporate finance issue you may have under Mexican law here in Mexico. More than glad.
Great. Thank you so much, Joaquin. And SpirLift viewers, will leave all Joaquin's information in the video description box below. So please be sure to check that out. And thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you, Devin. Thank you, everyone.